Tonight, from Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, it's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. It's the Tennessee Titans taking on the Indianapolis Colts.
All in all, we have a pretty pleasant December day in the Volunteer State. The chilly rain from last night has moved on. The temps have bumped up a bit here at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason, and that can take you deep into January.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And how about that defense last week? They pitched a shutout, and it's really more like a no-hitter because they absolutely dominated that game from the opening whistle.
The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him the win. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
24-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up second.
Draw play, Colt. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got Snead. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. Oh, Cohen lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So here comes the Titans offense. They'll start with great field position. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
From the gun, it's Hurts. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Hurts fumbles it.
Jalen Hurts sacked.
We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
That's a gain of 10. Brings up
throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Rolling to his left. He may try and run for this. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal.
And that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the 5-yard line.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
Check 59. Mike is 59. 59. Watch the slant.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal. After the penalty, it's Henry. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 20 carries and even 60 yards and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
They'll give Henry another shot. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal. Here's Hurts to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. Flag down. Let's see if this will stand.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
Indianapolis.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 6 catches, 77 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. James Lynch. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
But it brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
7. Colts, nothing.
Here's Pat O'Donnell on now to punt it away. He punted 5 times in the win last week, as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
And it really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
guy, what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one, because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. We'll check on his status when we get back. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check 59. Mike is 59.
Derrick Henry. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Jerry Hughes in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. We're on 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Indy set to go on offense once more. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
And he tiptoes around defenders for a gain of about 5.
At the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up
2nd and 5. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Colts first down.
First down, a run with Cohen. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the Titans, 38.
Out of the gun, running with Cohen. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
Again, the ball carrier.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he finds McLaurin. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
From the 9, 2nd and 5. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Raekwon Davis, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. We talk about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down again. K'Lavon Chaisson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. Butker's kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Colts 3.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
Hurts sets up to throw it. They set up the screen for Henry. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Braden Mann now. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Coverage on the play by Trayvon Diggs.
Out of the gun now on third down. And now another one thrown incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fielded at about the 28. But no on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Hurts will turn and signal for a timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Working with a 2nd and 4. Hurts. And he'll get this underneath to Henry. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 37.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks. Back for the second half of Thursday Night Football in just a moment. But first, the bye weeks are over. We've got a full slate of 16 games once again. So let's give everybody a look ahead at what's to come here in Week 13. Some great games coming up on Sunday, highlighted by a 1 o'clock matchup in Miami. A good test for the Dolphins as they'll square off against the visiting Houston Texans. More good stuff later in the afternoon, one being down in the desert, where it'll be the Cardinals at home in Glendale, taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. And finally, on Monday Night Football, should be a good one there, between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, in our game, not a lot of offense to go around. 7-3 is our score. Will we see things open up in the second half? To find out, we get it back to our guys in the booth. Brandon Godden, and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And this carries into the end zone. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Second half begins with a run by Henry. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And now it's 3rd down.
Marlon Humphrey on the coverage.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
On now is the Titans punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
A loss of 12 yards.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
That's taken it around the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Complete. Jefferson to target.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. This is Henry. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Holding offense.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. You give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Third down.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker, that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the fourth down.
Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points. NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Cohen. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
That's certainly one way to beat the blitz. Get it out of your hands quickly and get it to the big fella.
Very effective. Saw the pressure, got rid of it, and the completion ensued. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
7, Colt 6.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. A first down carry for Henry. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And now he's going to use his legs. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 37-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts.
He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 23. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. They'll run on first down. Henry. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
Again, it's Henry.
Henry again, the ball carrier.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
Steps away. He'll try and run it. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Elliott on for the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score 14-6. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22.
For 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And now Indianapolis Indianapolis set to take the field.
There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Jalen Johnson on the coverage.
And this is incomplete.
The pass.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. And that'll bring up second down.
Kenneth Murray on the coverage.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
This one complete to Tanyan underneath. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again.
After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up. Early it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now all of a sudden the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And give them credit that they kept their confidence, because sometimes when you get stuffed big in the running game early, especially for an entire half, it really makes you retreat a little bit, but not this group. They always have the confidence. If they just get their assignments down, they would get in sync with their runners, and off they went.
A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. It's a first down on a gain of 10. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
The ball carrier brought down at the 30-yard line. A 7-yard.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Over the middle, complete. It's Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Tennessee Titan. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
2nd down, here's Hurts.
And he whips that one incomplete there. The Titans on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Good job.
And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
On now is the Titans punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now left side on the swing pass. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And oh boy, as you can see, Terry McLaurin yet to hop back on his feet after that play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. He's back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yep, the opportunity squashed. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Yeah, another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they take a knee. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Hurts down to 1 knee, and that should just about do it.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Titans, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Colts, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.